Hello, everybody. It is your girl Crush, and I'm back with another video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And don't forget to share my videos wherever, whoever, so you know you rocks with your girl. Shout out to my 107 Sevies. I love each and every one of you. Don't forget to check the description bar down below where you find all of my perfectly curated playlists, as well as the links to my socials, Facebook and Instagram. Links down below. And if you've been watching my videos but haven't subscribed yet, why not? If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. If you've been before, what is it, baby boo? Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get to this video. This is a what you watching review for Black Cake episode 2. Okay, episode 1 I believe was entitled Covey. This one is entitled Clementina. So, like I said, at the end of the first episode, she made it seem like she was going off Eleanor. And I was like, what? But that's not what happened. So, of course, they wound up ending the recording because she was basically like, I need to take a break. And so, the brother wound up leaving. Byron wound up leaving. But before he left, him and his sister got into it. She was like, where you going? Come on, we got to finish listening to this. Like, this getting good. Like, oh my God. Like, we're mixed. We're like half Chinese. Like, oh my God. He was like, girl, what you think this is? A true crime podcast or some shit? She was like, come on now. To know that our mother who, you know, I felt like I had to live up to this like perfect expectation ain't really perfect. Hell, she ain't even who she said she was. Come on now, let's get into it, do it. He was like, oh, so that's what it is? Because you like the fact that mom was messy. Guess what? You're like your mother. You're messy too. And I was like, not the shade of it all. He was like, but anyway, I gotta go to work. And she was like, go to work for what, boy? What? He was like, I gotta go to work because I might be getting a promotion. So, boo-boo, get out my face. So he leave, and then the, before that, skip the whole part. He got mad because he was like, I can't believe she's sitting right here telling all of this on a little recording or whatever to him, a complete stranger. And I was here every day for the whole year. She was sick and she didn't say not a damn thing to me. Ain't nobody told me nothing. Nathaniel. And as I was watching, I was like, well, you think your mama really wanted to sit there and tell you this and you sitting here asking her questions? Better she just go ahead and record the shit and you piece it together for yourself, her telling you everything without you interrupting her, asking her questions. Come on now. This why she did it, because she ain't got to worry about y'all trying to ask her questions about the why, the how, the who, and the when. Listen and leave me alone. Okay, baby? All right. So he go down there to his job and get played. I'm talking about the white people play in his face, honey. They was like, yeah, it was betwixt you and this other white dude and your little initiative thing. While it was cute for the cameras or whatever, we need somebody who gonna deal with the day-to-day, the everyday. And whatever that white man name was, wound up getting a job. And I was like, you got egg on your face. That's what you get. You should have stayed over there with your sister listening to them recordings instead of running down here thinking you was gonna get you a promotion. Then we find out from a lawyer friend that I'm just call him Colonel Taylor until I figure out what that man's name is. So Colonel Taylor told Benny that, you know, the mama was inspired by her because, you know, she apparently do a YouTube channel or whatever. And the mama was inspired by her, you know, sitting there telling her story and decided to do it herself. And she was like, well, okay, I like that. And so then the brother come back to the house, you know, with egg on his face. Like, come on, man. Call Colonel Taylor back here so we can finish listening to this shit. And she was like, you good? He was like, yeah, come on, let's get this over with an attitude. So then we get back to the mama telling us about her life. And she basically told us when she got there, she was coming to Tina Brown. She had, you know, a new life and things she had to get through. So then we find out that, like I said, she went to go nanny for these people. And she was trying so hard not to go and find her first boyfriend. I'm going to call him Gibson. She was trying to go find Gibson, but then she realized no, because I was told to keep my head down, keep it moving, low-key be invisible. So that's what I'm going to do. So she gets over there, she working for those people and stuff like that. And so like it's these other girls who are also from the island who was like, hey, come and Tina, you should come with us one night over there to the boat. Cause girl, you know it's more and more people that be coming from the island. And she was like, do y'all know who be on there? She was like, no, that's the fun part. We don't even know who be on there. It could be somebody you know, somebody you don't know. And she was like, yeah, no, I'm good. And it was like, and the other girls was like, I told you she wasn't gonna come. I told you she wasn't gonna go. So after that, we see her and she just, you know, she having like a hard time with, you know, trying to adjust to her new life. Excuse me. Being in London technically by herself and, you know, not trying to reach out to Gibson. So of course her roommate Eleanor, the real Eleanor, they wind up bonding or whatever. We find out that the real Eleanor actually was an orphan. Okay, that baby ain't had nobody. Her mom and daddy I think died in a car accident or something. She said she was raised in an orphanage and all of that. She had these little conch shells or whatever they was, that, you know, reminded her of home, and she just, you know, she felt good about it. So of course, you know, Eleanor, she just there living her best life. Not Eleanor. Well, Covey there living her little best life. It's not the most pleasant. She tried to make a traditional like Chinese dish, which is like soup head, fish head soup, and the Chinese lady that's cleaning was eyeballing her like, girl, where you learn how to make this from? This is Chinese food. Basically, she already peeked that girl was mixed. And she was like, you know, my grandmother, she had a Chinese neighbor. Like, girl, the girl is half Chinese, Miss Lady. You and me both could see that. Anyway, them children didn't like that. Because she was supposed to make them fish and chips, which is basically fried fish and some chips. And I'm be honest with y'all, the fish that they use, I think they use cod. That fish is nasty. But they don't season it, so that might be. But anyway, them children took one little sip of that little soup and said, ugh, that's nasty. I want fish and chips. And so she had to go ahead and make them little dusty white kids some fish and chips. And so she even made, of course, the real Eleanor wound up finishing her nursing school or whatever, and she made her a black cake. And so at the little party or whatever, the other girl, whatever her name is, she bring this boy or something over there from the actual town of Saint Martinique or whatever Covey said she was from. She wasn't from there. And so she was like, yeah, y'all know each other. And, you know, she's sitting up there lying, and the boy basically calling her out on her lies. And I'm just like, baby, that girl did this on purpose, and I don't like her for that. So the real Eleanor come over there like, girl, you ain't gotta talk to her. Leave that girl alone. Like, stop pressing her. She fast. Ain't nobody want a hunch like you. Girl, leave her alone. So after that, they danced. They having a good time. And Covey realized that eventually somebody gonna find her out that she is whole ass lying. So, in the middle of the night, she basically tells Eleanor, you know what we should do, girl? We should go ahead and go around there to Scotland, so Sweden or whatever the hell she went to, so you could become a part of the geology school or whatever the case may be. She was like, girl, I got a whole ass nursing thing set up somewhere else. She was like, do you believe in yourself and your dream and X, Y, and Z? So child, they get on the train and take their ass to Sweden or wherever they went. So they on the train, and basically Covey kind of low-key tell the real Eleanor what's going on. But real Eleanor tell her, girl, you ain't gotta tell me. Okay, when you ready, you can tell me. If you do, you don't. It don't make me no never mind. All right, baby. We finna go over here and start us a whole new life in a whole new world. So as they sit down the train, I have to say the way they shot it was amazing. The train, I guess, runs off the track or something or another, and you see them like in still stop motion, or the way, like, that was, I loved every second of that. So basically they was in a train accident. And this is where Covey dies and Eleanor is born, if you will, because the real Eleanor dies, spoiler alert. And Covey winds up going to the hospital, and they think that she's Eleanor. So back on her island, come to find out, they found out that, like I said, she was alive, but now she's dead. Dead. So, you know, everybody's sitting in the church, and, you know, they hosting a funeral for funeral memorial for Covey and Lil Henry, Clarence Henry. And basically the police basically tell him, like, you know, your daughter not a suspect no more because she dead, but we do believe somebody else has something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because we found out she was over there living under, you know, her mama maiden name Brown. So now we know that she did make it on out of here. But now that she gone, you know, somebody else gonna get pinned for this murder. So it was you. Who? Who did it? If it wasn't her, who did it? Who did it? Because we gonna pin this on somebody. He was like, Mr. Police Officer, you've been harassing me for months now. And so after that, you know, Pearl was like, girl, we now know Covey in a better place. And I'm like, she not dead. But anyway, so, you know, Benny is really upset. And, like, she is, like, upset because she lost her best friend. Like, that was her soulmate. And so, you know, the daddy was like, you know, Benny, hold on, wait a minute. And so Lynn tried to talk to Benny daddy. He was like, look, okay, I understand, you know, you feel some type of way because now it's just you. But I got to focus on my daughter because bad enough it was people going around saying that, you know, my daughter and your daughter might have been bumping coochie cats. And you know how shit like that gets started, and that's not good for nobody. So you keep your distance from me, I keep my distance from you, because bad enough people think that you or your daughter done killed that man, and I want no parts of it. Goodbye. So Beanie or whatever, her best friend make her way down there to the beach, and she is so distraught and upset. And so the daddy basically told her, look here, I ain't gonna always be around. So it's somebody I know who could probably help you, coach you, so you can go ahead and get to swimming. And the way he said it, she was like, what you trying to do? Fix me up or give me a coach? He was like, look, I ain't gonna always be here to protect you, okay? And I just want to make sure that when that day comes, you are well taken care of. And then I thought about it because I kept thinking, the daddy said people thought that they was, you know, lesbians. He basically tried to force his daughter into marrying a man. And I was like, daddy, you ain't right. I mean, I understand, but that ain't right. So then we see Lynn get beat up by Lil Henry, Lil Dusty brothers. And they basically kick him out his family store because he wound up signing over the deed to his store to Lil Henry. Now that Lil Henry did, now it belonged to his little ugly Lil Dusty brothers. So they kick him out the store after they beat him up. And he just in the street child. He thinking about when he was a child and, you know, him being in that store and stuff. And it's just like, damn, you really done lost your people's store to Lil Henry and his Lil Dusty brothers. So after that, we see Covey now morphing into Eleanor down there at the hospital. And the nurse lady was like, look here, you know, we found all your information and stuff. And, you know, it's so sad about your friend Covey and Tina. And she was trying to tell the lady she wasn't Eleanor. But the lady was like, oh, would you like me to call you Ellie? Again, they in Ireland or Sweden or Scotland or wherever they was in Scotland. They was in Scotland because it was a Scottish accent. Child, don't get me mad. Anyway, so you know, she was basically like, I call you. You want me to call you Ellie? And it's so sad about your friend Valentina. And you know, so she felt some way because she like, damn, that girl dead and I'm alive. They think I'm her, but then she realized this is my, you know, my fresh start, whatever. So she goes to the little rooming house that her and the real Eleanor was supposed to be at. She get there or whatever the case may be. The lady was like, look here, you got your job or whatever lined up because I ain't got time for your foolishness. Be mindful of yourself because the men around here, they're a little assy and whatever. So she wound up getting her a job. You know, it's a lot of places that you turn them down because, you know. She wound up getting her job as like a bookkeeper assistant at this financial place or whatever. And the little man there, he was nice but creepy. And you know, the more she basically lied about what was going on, it was like he was catching on that she was lying or whatever. And you know, her daddy and Pearl, they get into it. And you know, Pearl basically even said, "Look here, baby. What's the mama? The mama's name, Margaret, Miracle, something or another. She gone and now Kobe gone, baby. I have no reason to stay here and deal with you. I ain't got time to keep cleaning up your mess." And when she said that, I clocked it. I said, "Baby, Pearl killed that man. Pearl killed that man." I knew that. I knew Pearl did it. I knew Pearl did it. The minute Colvin cussed Pearl out in that kitchen by making that black cake. And I said, so did she poison the black cake? Or did she just poison his black cake? Like, what happened? And then think about it. But did Pearl do it? Because Gibson was seen lurking in the bushes at that reception. So I think Pearl did it, but it could have been Gibson too. So I don't know. We got to figure out who did it. But anyway, so after that, we see Pearl walking down the street with a smile on her face because she ain't got to deal with Lynn ass no more. And there's a car creeping up behind her. And y'all already know who was in the car. The little Dusty Brothers. So the Dusty Brothers is following behind Pearl. I said, Lord, don't let them get poor Pearl. So after that, then we see oh, this I think was after Pearl had drugged him out of the water. Cause he went walking into the water trying to kill himself or whatever the case may be. Mind you, Eleanor Covey tried to kill herself too by jumping into the water, but that was after she got assaulted. So, the man down there at the you know, the boss of the financial agency wound up assaulting her, you know, because he took a liking to her, but he realized she was lying because, you know, the other women there, they was kind of like bitches to her, but kind of find out they was being bitches to her for her own benefit, but we didn't know that yet. So he invites her to dinner with his wife or whatever, and the wife was like, you know, I told him to hire you because I feel like we should be more accepting to refugees and, you know, people of color and things of that nature. And so they was trying to throw like a ball or whatever, a gala or something in honor of her. And she was like, no, I don't want to do that because I think they was talking about like taking pictures and shit. She was like, you know, we could make it more about my friend or whatever, but we ain't gotta really make it about me. And so then he told her the day he assaulted her that you know, he canceled it because he knew she was lying. Excuse me. She's like, look, I'll go. And he was like, nah, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Then he forced her down and assaulted her. And so she basically, you know, let her mind wonder why it was happening. And as she was narrating the story, older Covey / Eleanor was saying, you know, you ever think if that ever happened to you, you'll fight back, whatever. But that wasn't the case. So she walked out of there, and you could tell that the other women knew what happened. And so she made her way into the bathroom, and the main one who was giving her fever was being a big bitch to her, came in there and was like, I tried to tell you that it was gonna happen. And she was like, he did this to you? And she was like, yeah, because he knew, you know, I didn't have no way of making money. It was just me and my son. My husband had died. And she was like, so what did you do about it? She was like, why you don't quit? She was like, because I got my baby. But look, you clean yourself off and you forget about it. And she was like, but you ain't forgot about it. She was like, girl, get yourself together. I was like, ain't that some shit? But then she also talked about how, like, she knew that he knew that if she told somebody, they weren't going to believe her. And you got to think about it. Covey over here in this land, she by herself. She basically lied about who she is. So, after she attempted to, you know, unalive herself, and that was unsuccessful, she basically got on the train and took her ass back to London. She said, baby, that's the devil I know. If I get found out, I get found out. But baby, I'm not standing over here with these people. At least it's people who look like me back in London. Ain't no fucking body look like me over here. So she get on the train to take her ass back to London. And she walking down the street and she was making her way to I might be telling y'all episode 3. Well, we're just gonna say this episode 2 and 3 because I feel like I'm telling y'all episode 3. But she make her way back over there to London or whatever, and she make her way to the little university, and she see Gibson, and he sees her, and baby, she go ahead and she was like, you know what? I had to figure out, did I want to be seen or did I want to be invisible? And you know what? I wanted to be seen. And so you see him walking and her walking, and then it goes off. So basically, episode 2 and 3 was basically just her, you know, trying to find her way, trying to figure out what she was going to do with her whole new identity of being Eleanor. And yeah, but baby, when I tell you, I was like, oh my God, like, that's a lot. Like, that is a lot, child. That is a lot. Like, oh my God. Like, to be married off because your daddy got dead. Your mama then ran off and left you when you was 11. You gotta go to another country. You're lying about who you is. You take a risk with a friend you just met. You and this girl go get on a train. Next thing you know, she dead, but people think it's you. Baby, when I tell you, it was a lot. These first 3 episodes of Black Cake was everything, okay? And I believe we was only listening to the first 2 recordings in the first 3 episodes. Now, I believe this season is supposed to have 8 episodes. So I'm very excited to see what else we get into. I do not know if we're going to see more of the kids' lives or, you know, what's going on with them per se. But I'm excited about this show. Like, I kept seeing, like I said, trailers for this show, promo for this show, and I had to watch Black Cake. And I am so glad I did. I'm going to rate the first 3 episodes because I didn't rate the first episode. But for all 3 episodes, I give this show a 10 out of 10. Like, it was amazing. From the pacing, the fact that it looked like it was shot like a movie in HD, the storyline. I mean, I'm hook, line, and sinker. Like, what else is going on in Eleanor's life? Like, baby, she's a very interesting lady. Like, I can't wait till we finally make it back to the island where she come from, and her kids find these people, like her people's, like, I'm excited. I like the show. Black Cake is everything. I like the name of the show. At first, I wasn't too sure why they named it Black Cake, but now I do know. And I'm excited, y'all. I've been trying not to do the Jamaican accent too bad. Y'all let me know. Did y'all like the Jamaican accent? Me, I y'all let me know. But yeah, y'all, that is all. That is it. I enjoyed the first 3 episodes of Black Cake. Y'all go ahead and watch the first 3 episodes. It's on Hulu. That's not where I watched it, but it's on Hulu. Episode 4, they come. I think the episodes are released like every Wednesday. Because the first 3 episodes was released on the 1st, and the next episode is going to be released on the 8th. So, y'all go ahead and get into Black Cake. This is a good show, y'all. I really like this show. And before I go, y'all already know what I got to say. Fuck that daddy. Yes. And that mama for running off on that girl. And fuck the best friend daddy, too. Trying to hook that girl up with a man. And, oh, I'm going to tell y'all that the best friend, now that I thought about it, in the, I think the second episode, the best friend admitted to COVID that she was gay, that she liked COVID. But she was like, girl, you can't be out here saying stuff like that. So, yeah, y'all. So the best friend really is the lesbian. But still, like, don't do that to friend. Anyway, y'all, that's all. That is it. Yeah, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button. I love you. Bye.